Welcome to Arabesque. This week we meet Her Royal Highness Princess Alia Al Hussein and Sharifa Sara Ghazi during the signing of their most recent publication, Small Miracles, the story of Princess Alia Foundation at the Arab-British Chamber of Commerce. Written with passion and humor, the book tells the story of the Princess Alia Foundation and how it changed the lives of both authors and the people they encountered in this extraordinary journey. The foundation was established in 2009 in a very short period of time, and with the support of individuals and organizations from Jordan and abroad, the foundation's projects are up and running, showing remarkable results. We spoke to the Royal Highness on the unique programs that they are running at the foundation and how she chooses the project she works on.
I sort of tried to give a bit of background because I think it's very important to explain, the real Islamic background, shall we say, to beliefs, and to try and remind people about our history and a little bit about how we came to have these ideas. So I started with that. And then it got to I sort of took the narrative up to a point where Sarah had actually become really involved in something and I was away. So I thought that was where she needed to take over, and I sort of passed the buck. In fact, she's written most of the work, the details of the hands-on stories of what happened afterwards. But in between, sometimes there'd be something that she felt I'd wrote in a different way or I was more familiar with. So she'd say, this bit you need to do. So it's kind of been melded together. We both had similar interests. And I used to initially just talk to her about some of the work we were doing, and then when a foundation needed to be started and we needed someone more organised, I thought Sarah would be brilliant because she has an amazing problem-solving brain. She cares about the same things I care about, and she's also ex-army, so she doesn't have a problem with being organised and also, going forward and to have courage to actually take steps to do things. And she was very kind and agreed to work with me. So alhamdulillah, that's how it started. I thought it would be nice if they could do something, but not riding for the disabled, because there already is riding for the disabled in Jordan. And it takes a lot of effort and people who are actually specialised in teaching children to ride. So we were thinking about this, Sharifa Sara and I, and then by coincidence or whatever, I was in contact with someone on Facebook who we knew friends of friends. I knew her through Arab Horses in England. And we were just chatting, and she was saying that she worked with people with special needs, and her ambition was to do a program for people on the autistic spectrum with Arab Horses when she retired. And I said, well, actually, that sounds exactly like what we'd like to do. So can you come? So she came out to Jordan within 2 weeks, set up the program, alhamdulillah, and we just went from there. And that's been really amazing. I think it's something to do with nature, not just the horses, but it really works amazingly well. And from there it went on to other special needs, people with problems, emotional problems, and I think it's allowing people to interact with nature and maybe just see the face of something bigger through all that. The results are amazing. In fact, Sharifa Sara saw a result the very first day. A child who hadn't really spoken above a whisper or put words together, at the end of the session was calling out to the horse and making a sentence. So I mean that was really almost a miracle. That's why we call the book Small Miracles, actually. But lots of amazing results. Children who hadn't previously spoken started speaking. Ones who'd had physical problems, also a lot of those started improving. Behavioural changes. It's been really amazing, and quite a lot of them have gone into normal school, mainstream school, after having been in special centres before that. And the latest really one we heard about was people from a psychiatric hospital came. And one gentleman hadn't spoken for 5 years apparently, and after a session with the horses he turned around and started speaking to the lady who works with them. So I mean, even the medical people have been quite amazed by it. I think it's something to do with being around nature, but it's something seems to open.
We also spoke to Sharifa Sara Ghazi on her exceptional contribution to the foundation, her love and dedication for the education project, and some fun and entertaining stories.
I think the difference with our foundation is that we don't actually work on programs. Sustainability is the key. Where a need is presented, it's presented for a reason. It means that the people, animals, the environment need a constant solution. So sustainability is the key. So to say that if we start a program and then finish it, our programs don't finish. What we tend to do is we set up a sustainable solution and it's handed over to the local population, for example, so that the problem is averted forever after. That's the aim. It is not a sort of 5-year project or a 2-year project. It is ongoing all the time and it grows. And that's the wonderful thing to see, that that's the secret of the success. If you are able to hand over a program to local communities, then you've been successful and they take it and run with it, and we offer support where needed, if needed. We honestly believe that in order to make a real change, the key is education. Well, the book was really written in our voice. That was what we wanted to show really what it's like to be a part of the foundation. And there have been many funny stories, and all of them are true. From me being the Bolshi managing director and not being very politically correct or diplomatic, I'm usually kicked under the table when I get too emphatic about a point. So I now tactically place Siti Alia's bag in between us, and so then I get elbowed instead. So most of our meetings are spent with me trying to dodge kicks or elbows. I have almost been run over, having tried to stop Siti Alia from going out on a zoo raid. And we basically, it is a combination of laughter, some tears, some laughter and tears together. And it really has been very challenging, but it has been a lot of fun as well. And the wonderful thing is it's very important work that we're able to achieve. And we hope that in writing it the way we did, that comes through.
The book was published by Medina Publishing and edited by Kitty Carruthers, and here is how she was able to put it together without losing the author's writing style.
It actually goes back to the publication of Royal Heritage, which was the story that Princess Alia and Peter Upton wrote about the royal stables. And at that time, after that book came out, there was talk of publishing a book about the foundation. And it's taken at least 2 years to bring it together, partly because they're so busy. They have a lot to do with the foundation. Princess Alia travels quite a lot, and Sharifa Sara is trying to run the company. She's the CEO. So time was an issue, and a slight issue for us as well. But slowly they gave their parts of the book, and I outsourced it to somebody to edit. And I wasn't happy with it because it had lost their voices. But it took 2 years to bring it together. And I went out, the last minute I went out to Jordan. So we sat there, I took my computer, which is this size, and we sat in Siti Alia's drawing room for a week, saying, move this picture, and it came together, and it just, serendipity, it just came together, and I'm very happy with the result, and I think they are too, and it is a fantastic book.
Small Miracles is a reminder of the compassion, love, and respect that each and one of us has for the humanity, nature, and animals.